The little girl only reached out her finger because she wanted to eat a persimmon. The next second, the persimmons on the tree fell like rain. The poor family hurriedly squatted down and picked up the persimmons. Then the little girl mumbled, "It would be great if there were some meat as well." As a result, wild rabbits from within a 100-kilometer radius started coming to her side. One of them even crashed and got knocked out beneath the tree. This left her father, who was hunting, utterly dumbfounded. He thought that some strange event had occurred. Little did he know, all of this was thanks to the little girl. It turned out that the little girl was the reincarnation of a lucky star from the heavens. Just 3 days ago, a flood hit the village. That flood buried the little girl's entire family of 3 in the rubble. When the villagers finally arrived and rescued the girl, they discovered that she had already stopped breathing. The village chief, upon seeing this, wept bitterly and pointed to the sky, unable to understand why such a poor family would suffer such calamity. Then, suddenly, a thunderclap sounded in the sky, and a shooting star fell right onto the girl's eyebrow. And the heavy rain that had lasted for 7 days and 7 nights stopped at that moment. Soon after, the girl regained consciousness. Because the girl had lost both her parents and was left alone, the village chief suggested that her uncle adopt her, but the aunt immediately refused, because their household's food would only last until the end of the month. The uncle, softened at heart, wanted to persuade his wife to adopt his niece, but his wife resolutely refused, even going so far as to say that the little girl was a harbinger of disaster. Upon hearing this, the little girl felt wronged and pitied. Seeing how pitiful the little girl looked, a man stepped forward and picked her up, and said that he was willing to adopt her. But the man's family was already so poor that they had no food to eat, and they had to support a son as well. Moreover, his wife had been plagued by chronic illnesses for years. Thus, his wife couldn't help but complain, accusing him of adopting the little girl without permission. After all, their food would only last for 2 more days. The man explained that he couldn't bear to see the little girl left alone outside. The little girl, being very sensible, also told the woman that with her small stomach, a little food would be enough. Seeing how pitiful she looked, the woman couldn't bear it, and then served her the only remaining bowl of corn porridge in the house. The little boy was overjoyed upon learning that he had a new little sister. The next day, as the family was drinking corn porridge, the little girl took a sip and immediately realized that it was poisonous, so she instantly checked her mother's pulse. In an instant, images of the future appeared in the little girl's mind. It turned out that her mother's long-standing illness was due to the neighbor next door having put medicine in their well. Moreover, the medicine didn't affect the man when he drank it, but it made the woman ill, so she immediately informed her father and mother about it. The man also thought that his wife's illness was rather suspicious, so the couple decided not to drink the water from their own well for a while. After her father and mother left, the older brother then asked the girl if she had any ideas on how to punish the neighbor. The little girl said she did. She thought that although her magical powers couldn't directly harm others, she could still teach the neighbor a lesson. It was also the perfect chance to test if her luck-changing spell had recovered. After the little girl recited an incantation, the neighbor immediately clutched his stomach in pain and collapsed to the ground. Seeing this, both the little girl and the little boy were very happy. The next day, the man discovered that the rice container at home was nearly empty, so he planned to go up the mountain hunting to improve the meals for the children. The little girl calculated with her fingers and determined that today her father would have no catch at all, so she also decided to go up the mountain with him.